What's up and welcome to or back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be getting into this quick and easy, very cute summery style using a Unice half wig. First of all, with the unboxing, we have a wig cap, our edge band, our edge brush, as well as some headbands, and then we're getting straight into the unit. Again, this is a half wig and it is a 24-inch kinky curly drawstring in the back unit. It also has a back comb, 2 side combs, and 2 combs at the top. And this unit was very secure. They also included the 4-seat edges to blend naturally and seamless with your curly hair. I did want the crunch out of the curls, so I went ahead and wet mine as much as I could, and then I will go in and follow that up with some product later. But I just wanted to go ahead and start the process of loosening those curls up. For my foundation, we're going in super simple, and we're going to part ear to ear so that we can style the front and then just slick the back into a low bun. I saw this style on TikTok. It's been going a little bit viral, and it's just a cute way to switch it up from the regular hairstyles. I feel like it's very beginner friendly. Everybody can do it at home, even if you don't know how to cornrow, crochet, none of the above. It's just a quick 1-2 that you can throw in your hair and keep it moving. This saved the day for me on Memorial Day, and I was so grateful that I found it just in time. So I'm just doing a 3-part in the front, and I'm taking that middle section and I'm gonna add that to the back part of my hair with some product, of course. I'm going in with Eco Styler. I didn't want it to be too molded down, but you can use whatever you would like, especially depending on the starting state of your hair. But I'm just gonna slick that back with a little bit of Eco Styler, and then I'll follow up on my edges with some edge control and slick that straight back. The brush that I'm using has some powder on it from me trying to soak up oil in my hair some days ago, so that's the white that you saw, but it went right away. And you're just gonna turn that into a very low bun. If you wanna do a full braid down, you can, but we're going for ease and quickness with this style, and that's what we achieved. After you get that back secured, then you're gonna start on your 2 side braids. I'm pulling my edges out because y'all know that's just what I like to do. You do yours how you feel the need to, or however you would like, but you're gonna slick that first side into a small ponytail, and then you're gonna secure it with a rubber band. You don't want to make this too tight because you do not need a hairstyle headache. Those are never worth it, and it is never that deep. And then you're just going to repeat the same exact thing on the opposite side. And I also use Eco Styler for these sections. But again, if you want a stronger hold, then you can use hairspray or a thicker, harder gel, or even an edge control. I know it's looking a little juvenile right now, but trust the process. We are going somewhere. I'm going to slick my edges down, and then we're going to start the process of adding in our braiding hair.
Now which kind life way I never see. I carry God so I cannot. Baby increase in the commas.
Now, I did see some people do this style with their natural hair, but I wanted my braids really full, so I decided to go in with a little bit of braiding hair. This was a 3-pack, and I split it into 2, and then for each braid, I'm gonna split that into 2 once more. So I didn't use much braiding hair, but just enough to give it some extra fullness, especially because I knew that I planned to fluff the braids out, and with me starting off with an old silk press, I wasn't gonna get that volume that I really wanted without adding in a little bit of hair. And especially when you have all this big kinky curly hair in the back, you want the front to mimic that same type of volume. So you're just going to attach that in no special way, form, or fashion. It doesn't have to be knotless. You just wrap it on around and keep braiding down. And then once you secure that with a rubber band, you're going to go through and fluff out your braids. So whenever you're initially braiding it down, you want to make sure that you do not braid it too tight, because it'll make it harder to go back and fluff it out and give it that bubble braid, that careless, easy breezy look whenever you go back in to distress your braid. And once you do that, then you're going to take it across your head and secure it with a rubber band to the other side before adding in your second braid. And one of the beauties of this style is that although it is artistic, although it is a method to the madness, it does not have to be perfect. It's meant to be textured. It's meant to be a little bit careless. So your braids do not have to be the prettiest braids that you've ever done, because you're going in and distressing them when it's all said and done anyway. And so don't stress about making them too perfect whenever you're going down and braiding, because again, you're fluffing it out.
You know, be clear for your memory. But then now we are stronger. I get those travel, even life.
Once you have that second braid fluffed out, you're gonna bring it over to the opposite side and wrap the tail around the back so that you don't see that thin piece just hanging around up front. And you're gonna go through and secure this with some small open bobby pins. That will be the easiest way to make sure that your pins are secured, the small flyaways are secured, and you can weave it through in order to get nice security in your braids so that you don't have to worry about them coming out throughout the day. I want to say it took about 3 or 4 bobby pins and we were good to go. Now for this half wig, I tried to use a stocking cap and Miss Mamas did not want to stay on. I guess she said, there's no anchor braid here. What more do you want from me? So I went without it and just went straight in with the unit. This unit is 24 inches. I'm not sure if I already said that. And it's 150% density. But because it is kinky curly, it was very, very full. And the drawstring ended up being vital in making sure that I had the security that I needed. And that, in addition with the combs, it did exactly what it needed to do. This was very secure. And it just, y'all see how the style pops once you go from just the braids in the front and a slick back to adding on that hair in the back. Just very ooh la la. So now I'm just going to go in and continue wetting the hair up, and then I'm following that up with some leave-in conditioner as well as some curl cream because I wanted these curls to be defined. Again, I did not want crunchy curls. I did not want too big and dry curls, just nice, full, juicy curls. And as you can see, we did exactly what we came to do. Y'all know normally with units, especially half wigs, U-parts, really all units, I usually like to go in and layer it. But I felt like once this was in, it really didn't need any more done to it. Like I love the one length look. The curls are absolutely gorgeous. And it just was a very cute style. Again, this is a great style to do if you're on the go in the summertime. You don't even really have to have heat on your hair. You just put it on and go. I wanted to show you how it was looking with the headbands. Of course, with the halo braid, it's a little bit of bulk there, but you see the vision anyway. That is all for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments below. All of the information for this unit will be listed down below. Huge thank you to Unice for sponsoring today's video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.